Hello, everybody. Boy, I really just slurred that, didn't I? Let me start that over again. Hold on. Hello, everybody. I'm Duke Skylover. I promise I've not been drinking today. Sober as a fox, as they say. Anyway. Well, we're off to a great start. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Feeling like old times here, streaming on a Wednesday again. So, Rumble Strip, Chad P., good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I've been staring off in the distance here because the... boy, my headphones are up really high. Hang on one second. Ah, there we go. Okay, too loud. Too loud for me. Let me know if it's too loud for you. Anyway, yeah, the miner is off over there doing its thing. Looks like it's probably backing up to, or just backed up to dump off some stone. So hopefully we get some stone back. So there's a couple of things we're going to do today. And I got to remember where we left off here. The first is we're obviously going to get these solar panels up and running and hope that they don't, like, smack into the things connecting them to the base here, because I haven't welded all this wonderful stuff up yet. But yeah, we're going to get that set up. Did I put all the parts in here before? I feel like we got enough parts. So why don't we start with that? And then hopefully, I let the, oh, shoot, did I bring the water into the... Yeah, I gotta go get some water. I'll keep talking then. We're going to weld up the solar thingamajig. And then I want to start building something that I can fly around in to get, well, like to do scouting and stuff. Like I want to know where some ice is. I want to see if we can trigger some of those new encounters. And I have an idea for the kind of thing that I want to build, and I don't have a blueprint for it. So we're going to have to build it from scratch, which will be fun. It's going to be, there we go. So I have two settings for my mouse sensitivities, and I'm always on the wrong one for this game. We are going to build, I got to get the water. Don't get distracted. Get the water. There we go. In fact, I'm gonna grab the food too while I'm here. And you can just have that. We'll go throw this back in the truck. So, I think what I might want to do for initial scouting is make a VTOL type ship, a vertical takeoff and landing, a VTOL. And maybe we'll use the the vector thrust script, if that one's working. I don't know. I did some research on the PAM controller script, and it doesn't seem like any... Uh-oh. There we go. It doesn't seem like anybody is having any issues with the PAM controller. And it sounds like whenever anybody has had issues with it, and this was like over all time, so not something new, that it was related to a mod changing how... Oh, seriously? Yeah, okay. A mod changing how antennas work. And that removing the mod would fix it. The only problem is, I went through my mod list. I don't see what could be modifying the antennas. So it is entirely possible that the latest update changed the antennas, in which case I'm kind of screwed. But it seems like nobody else is really having the issue, or there's just so few people using the PAM script with the station controller nowadays that it doesn't come up. So, can I get to you? I think I can. Yes. So we're gonna ignore the PAM script for a bit. Well, forever. So what I'd like to do first is make a, whoa, geez, vertical takeoff and landing ship that we could fly around with vector thrust. That shouldn't be too hard to do. I keep forgetting which way these things go. And then, because we have the aerodynamics mod in here, I would like at some point to build, we're going to need a lot more resources, but I would like at some point to build a runway so that we could do some actual plane building, you know? Because I think it would be very easy to make a something that can fly. Because with the aerodynamic mod, it's actually pretty easy. You just need something light that has wings and get it up to speed and it will fly. But so I'm not really worried about the flying. It's the landing that I am more concerned about. What do we still have in here? Oh, it's down in the other cargo. It's down, we're in the bucket and I can't. All right, down we go. I'll just move the contents of the other cargo up into this one. Oh, yeah, whatever. And then into the bucket. Do I have my helmet closed? Oh, I do. I didn't need to do that. Using up all the oxygen in my suit, which, I mean, is going to slowly refill, so not a big deal, but... Alright, let's put this in the cockpit. Oh, let's take... Yeah, let's put this... All of this needs to go up in the bucket. Not the bucket. And then this cargo needs to go here. There we go. Now we should be good to go. Aerodynamics mod is real easy. It's, once you get going fast, forces start to act on your ship, and if you have any sort of a wing-like thing, you're gonna get lift. It's pretty... Now, you could potentially have, like, very unstable flight if you're not careful with it. And turning especially could be kind of difficult. But which one was I working on? It had to be this one, right? But it's easy. It's kind of easier. Like, trial and error with planes is a little bit easier because you don't need nearly as many materials. You need you need. By the way, speaking of helicopters, I added, as you can see, I added in a bunch of plane parts. I was really trying to get, like, braking and control surfaces. But I added in things that have propellers, helicopter propellers, plane propellers, as well as wings. We're not going to use most of those. But, am I going to... You might have to rotate you back a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, actually, I think the center of mass markers were coming on by default. I don't remember what was the thing that makes those turn on. But yeah, I will definitely turn those on when we get to designing. But yeah, the weight and the surface of the ship makes a big difference when you have the aerodynamic mod. Like, that's when, if you watched me recording the path of the miner, you would see it, like, fly straight up and then start to tip forward because the center of mass was a little bit off, and it's, you know, a big flat surface on the top. And I think that's why the ship tends to fly so slowly, is because it's, like, trying to fly to its path point, but the aerodynamics mod is, like, pushing it out of the way, so it has to, like, kind of recalculate some stuff. Which is pretty cool that the script can account for that, but... Yeah, flying is the easy part. It's the not crashing that's the hard part. Okay, well, there we go. So now we can make a... Let's bring you... No? There we go. Let's reverse this. There we go, just in time. All right, hinge lock that. So now we can go set up a... Oh, I should probably... Nah, there's only 2 of them. We definitely want to get the truck out of the way because I'm afraid that it's going to get smacked. But the truck itself, with the way that it kind of turns like that, you know, like I've got the settings, although we've made it a bit more top heavy with all these other subgrids, but like the way that it starts to like tip over when I'm driving or turning too fast, like previously the settings that I used wouldn't have made a difference there. This thing's fine, I'm just gonna leave it at. Wouldn't have made much of a difference, but with the aerodynamic mod, it starts turning and it starts getting some... Do we finally have iron? And how much? Nope. Getting a little foggy out here. So I take it you just ran out of battery? Progress 10% done. Battery was at 20%. So yeah, all right, fine. I guess we better get that solar thing up and running. Now the weather is going to be weird. Let's see. What do we need? We need a custom turret controller. And where should we put our custom turret controller? We could put it... We could probably put it like back here or something. Huh? And we're going to need some parts for it, which we probably don't have all the parts for. We'll see if we can put them into production or not. Probably not. Let me sit down in this chair for a second and make sure we name everything. So this is going to be the base rotor for solar. You know what, I'm going to call this the just solar rotor, and then we should have a solar camera, and there should be a hinge in here somewhere too. Solar hinge, that way they're all kind of, we'll call this the solar turret controller, I guess is fine. Alright, so we got our hinge. What else are we missing? Let's rename all these things to something else. Get them out of my sight. Alright. So, we don't need to see you at all. I don't need to see you either. I know you're incomplete. Let's fix that problem first. I'm assuming... Ooh. Okay. So what have we got in... What do we need for detector components? Oh, we have detector components. Can I not? Oh, weird. That's super weird. And what's all this stuff sitting in here for? Displays? Bulletproof glass? What do you need display? What did I build that needed that? Well, either way. Let's get you set up here. I think on your... Actually, on your large display, let's put in an app and set you to show me the weather so that I could always see what the weather is. Alright. So your azimuth, that's my side to side, is the solar rotor. And then the elevation is the hinge, solar camera, and then nominal. Camera uses aiming reference. Available tools, we don't need any of that, right? We just need to always aim. Okay, well, it seems to have worked. Didn't smack anything. At least I don't think it didn't. Don't think it smacked anything. Yeah, I think if it would have hit something, it would have hit the... It would have hit this. So... I mean, we could always move that back a little, I guess. If we want. Because I don't think it's gonna... I don't think it's gonna hit the ground. So here's what I'm gonna do real quick. I know this is going to mess some things up, but... What do I have? I'm gonna go grab some... Just a couple of extra interior plates to do some stuff. Yeah, I really should rebuild the truck to be more, now that it's more utilitarian like that. I really should make it be more... how do I want to do this? We want to go like... I can't really drop one down. Oh, you know what? I can, can't I? We could do local grid alignment. There we go. So I kind of want to go maybe back here. Oh, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah, then we'll do... Okay. So we'll go... We could maybe adjust the sensitivity on that thing, or the rotation speed a little bit. Because it's so it doesn't do that jumpy thing. I might have to bring the truck over to fix this. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I'm just out of an abundance of caution. Let's see. We're going to kind of need to bring it alongside here. I don't think I even need to go up in the bucket. I just need to get... Let's see if that's close enough to everything. Maybe. That worked. Okay, and I just need to get... Yeah, it's not going to work. No. Hey, Jared, welcome to the stream. There we go. Now we're reconnected, and now that's not going to hit that. All right. Everything looks good there. Let's just drive the truck back to the base. Oh, that was close. Good enough. All right. So, I know it's kind of foggy right now, so we're not getting the maximum... And the sun's going to be going down, but I would love to know what the power output... Oh, was it raining? Looked like it was just fog. They need to fix their rain effects. Alright, so which one? Let's see. It's got to be the green ones. So we're getting 139-ish and it's going to be going up a little bit. So that's not bad. So 200, not 200, at about maybe 150 in best conditions. The 150 times 8 is 300, so that's 1.2 megawatt. That's not bad. Oh yeah, the inertia tensor might help. The braking torque, I think, only matters when the rotor or hinge is out of power, when it's turned off. Well, let's look what we can do here. Because we can say velocity multiplier and say that your velocity can only be like 3. And that should be okay. Because, I mean, how fast does this thing really have to move, right? If it's readjusting, it could readjust really, really slowly. And I don't really mind if it does that little shake thing. It's not a big deal. It is going to be interesting when I take a little nap and it needs to swing around to that side to match the sun. But, alright, so we're getting pretty much max sunlight right now. So what are we getting on the panels are giving, yeah, about 156. Okay, so we're making more than a megawatt of power off of that. So that's really good. That means this thing should be charging at its max rate, presumably. Yeah, it's already at 73%. So, that's awesome. Okay, so he'll be back out. And the base batteries, how are the base batteries doing? They are empty. Let's see, total required, total available. Yeah, they are stored power, nothing. So it looks like we are still putting everything when this thing lands, it still sucks up all the power, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Hopefully now we'll get to a state where throughout, like while this thing is out mining, we can charge up the base a bit. And I don't mind if the base batteries deplete to let this thing go. We are going to definitely want to build, I'd like to start working on a larger refinery. So we're probably going to want to, let's see, what is this thing here? Is this a speed? Yeah, so we'll probably take you off, build our refinery off the back of this. Let me dig some of this out here. Because we do eventually want to... am I damaging this? Probably. We do eventually want to dig down. Like, this is the end of the base right here. You know, so I don't want to dig, but I want to eventually extend this down into the ground and start going underground with all this stuff. Because eventually there will be bad guys again, and I don't want to have every single thing that I own on the surface. Even if a lot of it is on the surface, so... We could also, yeah, I saw the comment about coming off the assembler with a 90 degree. We could also break right there and come across and come down the top. But if we're planning to dig down anyway, and I need materials, we might as well just dig further underneath this thing, run some pipe underneath it, and then go from there. We'll connect them underneath. Because this is going to be kind of temporary. Like, we'll have our above ground ones, and then we'll dig underground. I guess I could even... Oops. We could have built like a series of drills under here too and just kind of like mechanically pushed in and dug out. That could have worked. Yeah, a bunch of hinges. We would have just grabbed a bunch of stone. Ooh. Okay, so there's that. Let's go a little bit further down around this. And I just damaged it. Great. Okay. Not that that was really super important right there, but... Why can't I move? What am I stuck on? I'm stuck inside. That's real great. That's great. Okay. Down we go. Oh, was I... Oh, E. Okay. My drilling seems to be damaging the thing that I'm stuck under, so... Okay. That's better. Okay. I may want to right click drill around this to... Even though I want to collect as much of this material as possible. I may want to right-click drill around here just so I don't damage it. Well, I mean, I'm gonna... Yeah, I just did it again, didn't I? Okay. There we go. Good enough. Then we'll fix it again. Yeah, this is going to be the driveway into the hangar. This is all... Everything I'm doing here is temporary. This will be a... We'll eventually clear this out. We'll grab the... We'll get the miner and we'll dig down and clear out a bunch of stuff under here and eventually have to move stuff. So... If I really wanted to be lazy with it, I could add the nanite, not nanite, the nanobot drill and fill. You just have that thing drill this thing out. It would take forever, but I would get a ton of stone. All right. Let's... This does not need to stay. That looks like it's probably embedded in the ground, right? Oh, it's connected to there. Okay, so we're good. Let's take this out. Make some sort of a T shape. And then we'll go regular tube. Come on, regular tube. There we go. And we should be able to then go curvy up this feller. And let's see how we do here. Ooh, can I get into there? I forgot to pull the stuff up. That's silly of me. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like we could put some pistons with drills right here, make like a wall of drills, and just kind of like push it forward. But we would have to put that. We would have to put that stone somewhere, right? And so we don't really have the capacity. I don't think we have the cobalt for that many large. Actually, how much cobalt do we have? That's something I haven't really worried about since we started. I have 270 cobalt. So, and once again, I have a ton of motors. Why is that? We're gonna, let's do a little inventory cleanup here. And see what we've got going on. Let's put everything we've got in the assembler for a moment. Let's move all this over to here. Med kits. Can we break down med kits? I don't really use med kits. I should probably make a thing and deposit the... Alright, why do I have so many motors? Oh, and that's pushing them back out now. Okay, new plan. Let's put everything into cargo 5 here. Just so I could see what we're dealing with. Okay. Alright, there might be a handful of components on the truck, but I'm not going to worry about it. So why do I have 753 motors? That seems like too many motors. Why don't we break down like 500 of those? Get some iron and nickel back. Okay. Yeah, so I actually am kind of digging the idea of seeing if we could build a whole bunch of cargo nearby, and if we could build a wall of drills, we could just kind of push it straight forward. That would probably be easier to just kind of fly the miner in here. All right, why don't we do that? We'll just do that after we get a load of iron come in. We'll try to get a refinery up and running before that. You know, actually, it just occurred to me, the shape of a refinery is going to make this a little prohibitive, because we're going to have to, if I want to put some like upgrades on it, and I may want to put some power efficiency things on it at some point here so we don't kill the base. Well, I think we'll just maybe make add another thing up in here. I'm actually going to take our current refinery and turn it off. And actually our old basic assembler I'm going to turn off too, because it's not super fast, and I might as well just use the main assembler, which is pretty fast. So I'm going to turn this off just so that I'm hoping if this thing brings back a load of iron, we can hold off until we have the big refinery built to refine it. Let's see. So we're going to want this like this. I think I'm going to try to dig out a little bit here without harming that. There we go. Good enough. Yes. Yes, I'm okay with this. What? Has one port on each. You know what? So let me explain what I'm doing here. Let's see, refinery. So my plan is to put it this way, right like that, so that I can do so I can put upgrades on the back of it. Basically, that's my plan. Then it'll connect into that thing right there. We could have done it like that too and gone up one more, but I'm going to do it like that. Yeah, I know. I'm always thinking of it in terms of what is it like with all of the with you know, how much space does it need with all of the upgrades on it? Because I have a feeling we're going to need to put at some point. What do you mean one couldn't be put into production? It's just... Yeah, okay. There we go. Because I just have a feeling that if we get into big refining, we're gonna drain, we're gonna overwhelm our ability to do stuff with power. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm adjusting a OBS setting for myself. Okay. I don't think I'm having any issues with bitrate today, but I was a little concerned earlier because while I was waiting to start the stream, it was going like disconnecting from chat, reconnecting to chat, disconnecting from chat. And I'm like, if this turns into one of those days where YouTube is having issues, I'm going to be sad. Okay. Let me turn the refinery on and get rid of the little bit of stone that we have built up in here real quick. And done. Okay. All right, so we're going to plop down a big refinery and then wait a very long time to be able to have enough pieces for it. Let me guess, I need 750 motors? I only need 16 motors for this. That's kind of surprising. It's almost entirely steel plates. Alright, do that, but prioritize not the steel plates, please. Yeah, we're not going to have enough for all of the steel plates for sure, but we'll see. How's this guy doing on power here? He is at 97%. Yeah, once the sun went down, he stopped charging so quickly. I'm really, really hoping we can get to a state where the base batteries charge up. No, I refuse to give in to the manual. I spent a long time making this, Chad. I'm gonna make it do its thing. It's gonna do its thing on its own, and I refuse to give in. But I make it there eventually. But not yet. Chad was asking, why don't I just take the miner out and just go get the iron? Because we would have had it like 3 streams ago if I had just flown it manually, and I did not build an automated miner to fly it manually. Okay? But that said, we're actually doing pretty good on making the steel plates here. We need only 563 more, which means we actually only need 463 more to get it running. Anyway, to finish my thought, my hope is, now that this thing is complete, that once this thing takes off, and it's, daytime, the base batteries will charge up while this thing is gone, and then when it comes back, the base batteries can just rapidly deplete and charge this thing up. That's my hope. Yeah. I have to assume, Chad, that it is really, really close to that iron. And if it doesn't come back with iron after the next trip, then we are definitely in a, like, where the heck is the iron situation? Because it wasn't that deep. And the first trip that it took got a little less than halfway. And so I assume it is extremely close, having now done 2 trips. So. This just gives me more opportunity to talk about plans that I'm going to do someday. You know, walking around, drilling. This guy's going to do his thing. If he comes back within the next like 20 minutes, then he'll have iron in him. He's got to be really close. Oh, I don't have it coming back with stone. It's dumping the stone. The reason it's doing that is because it fills up with stone in like 5 seconds. So it would fill up. It would basically fly out, and then immediately come back, drop off that stone. You know, wait like 5 minutes to recharge itself, and then fly out and come right back. You know, like I really would rather get to the iron. Like we'd be getting. I don't know. I think in the amount of time, because it's like its cargo capacity is like probably like 4 space engineers. It's not actually super huge, but 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. Like in the amount of time I could hand drill enough stone to offset it. And maybe we'll just drill out the entire hangar manually, I don't know. We could actually now go take a nap and get my solar panel up and running again. I should put better stairs on the front of this thing. Yeah, the collector's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, it's about to rain. I'm gonna actually sit here, kick off the sleep. Don't get motion sick. I just want to go out and watch the solar thing go. Because I don't actually have to stay in the bed the whole time. There we go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna hit the ground or hit anything while it was spinning around, so looks like we're good. Although it's not exactly pointing at the sun, or maybe it is. The angle's just weird. Still says rain. It should have cleared the rain. Whatever. Maybe there's new rain. Alright, so the base batteries are hopefully charging now. Yep. 3 hours, though. That's still... They're not going to be fully charged when that thing gets back. Okay, so it's backing out of the hole right now. Yeah, it's dumping stone, probably. Do I... Oh, that's... I was going to say, why do I have the... I think it's... ore detector is turned on. That's why we're getting the signal of where the ores are way over there. Alright, let's see how we're doing on steel. Still need more iron. Making good progress, though. Alright. We're going to keep on going here with this. Because I would very much like... Now, the funny thing is, it's going to come back with like 1 load of iron. And then that'll be that. Then it'll have to go out and dig another hole. At that point, then, I will probably give in and say, like, okay, I'm just going to go dig a bunch of iron manually. You know, we could do something like Splitsy's Goose trailer. You know? And just, like, make a big trailer with a bunch of cargo on it. Drive the miner out, fill up some giant cargo containers. Could probably use the automaton blocks to get it to automatically land for me on the trailer. Kind of give up on Pam altogether. That would be good once we have a nice underground, like, garage to go live in. See if I can get some of this dirt that's up on the thing here. Modular cargos would make a nice landing surface. Oh, for like, for the miner to land on top of? Yeah, a truck with those new modular cargos would actually look really cool. Now I'm kind of digging that idea more than the, more than bothering with making a scout vehicle of some sort. Like, let's make a truck. We're going to use whatever iron comes back in this thing to make a truck. And then we'll just drive around to all the different ore deposits and mine them like crazy. Then at that point, we could basically build whatever we want. Then we're... yeah. Still out there. Okay, I'm kind of liking this idea. Maybe that's where we go instead of bothering, because I still don't need ice for anything yet. So, I mean, I would like to know where ice is, but I don't need it. We may want to make like a hydrogen-powered ship at some point. That's the only thing we would need it for. Or... if we ever needed to do, well, I'm going to need it eventually because I need the water to live, but I've got plenty for a long, long time, so I'm not really worried about it. Trying to get around where the blocks are here. Probably end up right-click drilling that. Yeah, okay. Let's,
Inventory full.
You darn right it is. Alright. Yeah, let's stop mining for a minute here. You can kind of hear it producing... trying to produce steel with the, what was the... oh. Yeah, okay. I was like, what was the red on my screen? Okay, yeah, let's stop for a moment and look at the modular cargo. Let's just look at all of the cargos. Isn't it one of these? It's a large cargo. Or is it, it's, there we go. It's a small grid, right? So we could do a... so this is a small grid large cargo, and it has a capacity of... where's capacity on this big old screen? Inventory, 15.63 kiloliters. And this has a capacity of 10 kiloliters, inventory of 10 kiloliters. So it is about 2/3 of one of these. But it would be... which is about the same as... one of... nope. Big. There we go. One of these. Nope. One of these. So it's about 2/3 of one of these, I believe. Because this is also 15.63. So... so if we did... let me go back to... come on. Just hop onto small grid for a second here. There we go. It's easier than me pushing the button again. Okay, so we could do like 4 of these. Like we could do like 2 of them, like a 2x2 grid of these, right? And that could be the back of the trailer. And we could, what's the top look like? Yeah, we could put a connector on the top for the miner to land on. Or we could put actually probably a inset. Do we have an inset connector for the small grid? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we could probably do a inset connector. Ooh, I'm liking this idea. This wouldn't be too hard to build. We don't even need cobalt to build these because they're small grid. Okay, I think I might be making everybody happy who wants me to just manually mine all this stuff and get it over with. Okay. I see Rumble Strip's vote is make the truck. What's everybody else's vote here? Chad is saying at least 2 containers. We could do... Oh, that's true. We could do side by side too. We could do... I was thinking the truck would be about this wide of cargo, but yeah, we could do 2 side by side and make a really, really big truck. Really, I mean, this is a departure from what I had intended to do, but I like the idea of it because we could go out and get whatever we need. Like, there's a ton of stuff here. Is the miner was really backing up quite a lot there, but I think that's just because the hole is really deep at this point. Yeah. Yeah, let's... Okay, let's build the trailer. Let's do it. Rumble Strip is saying he's not being pushy. He's just the idea guy. He's just putting it out there, and Chad's like, yes, build the trailer. So I appreciate both of you. We're gonna build the trailer. Yeah, I think we are gonna do. I mean, heck, we could do 2. We could do 2 wide and 2 tall, and have 8 of them. Because it would be really wide and really stable. We just have to make sure we have the power to go. Also, where am I going to dock it? We would need to dock it somewhere. It's going to need a platform like we had when we worked on this thing on the flat platform. Either that or we would have to like have some sort of a thing on the ground. This is going to have to be temporary, but... No, I mean, we're going to need it for... I mean, we could just drive it around and... I mean, we're going to need more than just iron, right? So, okay. Let me see how we're doing on steel. And such. Yeah, we didn't... So the problem is I would still like to have this large refinery up and running soon. And so we are going to continue to mine. But then we're going to start... If I could recall the miner, the automated miner right now, I would do that. And then just use it to grab a bunch of stone right now. From right here. But unfortunately, the script is still not working. And I'm going to have to wait for it to come back on its own, which it... hopefully we'll do very soon. How close am I to this? Okay. The remote control, I can't, I mean, the script is running and controlling it right now, so I can't, I think I can connect to it. Actually, let's see, can I? Yeah, I can connect to it. I just can't command it to return home. I would have to... And it doesn't have a camera, I don't think, for me to be able to fly it home. Yeah, it doesn't have a camera. So... I would have to I would have to... I could send commands to it through the programmable block, but I would have to know... I would have to kind of guess at what's on the screen to be able to navigate its menu and send the commands. So... I imagine it's going to be coming home pretty soon. Because it's either going to get full, or it's going to run out of battery, or it's going to hit that iron. It's a long-term spot in the hangar. Could grab it, pull it to the roof with a piston. Once you unhook your pull vehicle and get it out of the way, retain the... Ooh. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot of having a having it be a separatable cab kind of thing, and cab and trailer, because that's what the Goose is. Like, usually when I build a truck, I just do like a gigantic vehicle, but like a trailer and cab is probably the best way to go. I'm sure that's what everyone was probably picturing when I mentioned the Goose anyway, if you're familiar with Splitsy's old stuff. But yeah, that's a good idea. So actually what I was thinking with this area originally was that we would hollow this out, you know, and extend the foundation downward, but that this would basically be a lift. And so we would drive the truck into here, and then the lift would take us down, and then we would just have like an underground compound we could go to and dock and stuff. So I think that would be pretty cool. I gotta make sure that I don't dig up too much right here too, so that I can't get back up. Yeah, and then I think Splitsy's intention was that he was going to have like multiple different trailers for different jobs, but I don't think he ever needed the other kinds of trailers for anything, so I don't think he ever built anything. But that's okay, because that's all we'd need. But I like the idea of having the trailer as, or like the cab as just a light vehicle for getting around. Yeah, I don't have the modded cockpit that he was using in that save, but I might have a similar cockpit, or maybe one of the... Actually, one of the newer cockpits is probably going to be best. I think maybe that's the... you know, the trailer itself is going to be pretty self-sufficient. Or not self-sufficient. Self-designing. Like, we just need a frame to put the cargo on with wheels. We'll run some conveyors in between them, but the cab is going to be an interesting one to design. So transporting power from solar arrays. Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, okay, so let's look at the cockpits. I always put the P at the end there so that this isn't a, you know, doesn't become a one of those kind of streams. Okay, so yeah, we do have the industrial cockpit. That would look really good. I did kind of want to use this flush cockpit for something, but that's what I was going to use on the VTOL. So I think that's probably a... Although, let's take a look. I mean, the cab cockpit is the obvious one, but I'm using that on this one, and it's not probably the best suited because of the visibility. So I think industrial is probably what we're going to want. But let me take a look at the two of these here. Boop, okay. Yeah, this one's definitely probably the best. What was that? Just a fan? You think using the flush one would be good for this? I've never used it. I don't know what the view is from the inside. Oh, it looks very cool. Yeah, actually, I think we will. That does look pretty good. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's what we're going to do. All right, so we'll make a... we'll start with the cab. I think I might do... I might mimic Splitsy's design for the wheelbase of the cab on the Goose. I don't remember exactly what the cab on the Goose looked like, but I do remember that the hinge was more toward the center of mass as opposed to being like way in the back, and that helps with turning. So yeah, I don't think I really need super high visibility, but okay. So we got a plan. How we doing on... Okay, we're getting there. Just a few more, and then it'll be at least functional. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with that. It's the industrial is definitely the best for visibility, because I mean you can almost look straight down. You know, it's got a window near your feet. And if I was doing like a first person only playthrough, then that would definitely be the choice. But the I don't know, I kind of like the idea of the new cockpit is new and I haven't used it before, and that's a good excuse to use it. We might also be able to fit some solar on it. You know, just, yeah, maybe one solar panel. Maybe not. I mean, depending on where we put the... Actually, depending on where we put the connector, we could potentially cover the whole top with solar. Just to have a... I could just kind of park it outside. I mean, trucks don't use a lot of power. This place is pretty hilly in the sense that this is a big slope right here, but it does kind of even out once you get away from the mountain. Okay, he's been out there for too long. I have a feeling he's not going to hit anything. I'm getting sad about that. He's not going to bring me any iron. Yeah, then I could park the trailer, just for now, I could just park the trailer out in the sun and not really have to worry about it connecting up to like a permanent location. We could potentially even do something like what we did with that one and have it just kind of like back up to this and connect. Maybe I should drive over there and just see what's up with it. Then I'd be leaving the truck over there, is the problem. Well, you know what? Actually, let's do that, because I could tell it to fly home and then jump out of it and drive the truck back. Why don't we do that? And then we'll go... Then at least I'll know if the... all the weather scripts are stuck on showing rain. That's weird. I must have broke it with the mod. All right, now I want to go swing. Oh, geez. Okay. I want to swing a little wide here, just so that when this thing, if this thing decides to fly home, it doesn't smack into me here. All right, how are we doing down here? If it's in the process of mining iron, I'm going to be so happy. But this is a... Oh, wait. It's not digging deep enough. It's stopping before... It's... What? It's stopping before getting to the iron? The iron is still 15 meters ahead, but it's not... Can I adjust this thing's... behavior right now, or no? Yeah, it just started another hole, but it hasn't hit the iron. Okay, I need to get around where I'm not going to get fried by this thing. Alright, hang on now. What is your deal here? Stop. I don't think I can tell it to change the depth. Continue job, behavior. Uh-oh, you're flying me back. That's not good. Okay, you go do that. Okay, so yet... Where's the truck? Where did I leave the truck at? Way over there, huh? Yeah, what the heck? Why is it... I put the distance should have been way far enough to hit the iron. Well then. It was just about out of power anyway. So I was going to start heading back. What a waste of time this miner has been. All right. We are going to... Yeah, so that thing should have hit iron 3 times already. It should have been back with iron 3 times if it had been going at the correct depth. I think this PAM script just isn't reliable anymore, honestly. And now it's still dumping stone all over the place. Real nice. Okay. Sorters off, please. It's pulling iron out of the base, dumping it on the ground.
Inventory full.
Thank you so much for that. At least
Inventory
it brings back
full.
a lot of iron. I'm sorry, stone, not iron. Everybody out.
Inventory
Everybody out.
full.
This might actually be enough to get me my last couple of steel plate. Is that all of it? Nope. Okay. All right. No more auto mining for you, at least not for now. Let's see. We want to go back, stop. What's your battery like? You're at 52%. Oh, so you weren't even close to dying. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We could actually, if I had wanted to, I could use this, since it is pretty good at just moving stone. We could have pointed it in here and just let it make ramps here. That was an option. It was, so I had set it, so the way it works is you can set the minimum depth. And so what it'll do is it'll go to that depth. And I mean, there's a couple of ways to do it, but I had it set to minimum depth. So minimum depth should have been, it'll go to a certain depth. If it finds ore, it'll keep on going until it hits stone again. And if it doesn't find ore when it hits that depth, then it stops and moves on to the next part of the hole. So instead, you know, using the ore detector, it tells you how far away the iron is, and I set the minimum depth to be further than that, and that's always worked for me in the past, and so I'm not sure why it didn't. So what I'm gonna do actually is have it fly me to the job position now. We're just gonna go get some. Manually. Whee. And there we go. And now I can be very, very careful in flying in here and try to manually get to this iron. Look how close we were. It was just like, it was right there. Oh, and then we hit, there's my other mining hole. We crossed into it anyway, so. I can't increase it without starting a new mining job. That's the thing. So, that's the way the script works. But it's okay, because we're going to just get a bunch of iron here, get back, use the iron, and then we could do some other... Let it dump all the stone out for a second here. Yeah, that would be really nice, if that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'll just do all of the stone clearing first, and then... Duke doesn't really need the stone right away. There's iron. Oh, this is going to be more iron than we've ever had. Alright, I should be able to grab just a little bit more here. I think part of the problem is I'm picking up all of the stone that it's dumping out, so let me see if I could maybe move over, grab a little bit. If not, we'll just... I think we'll just call it a day and back it out before I get... Yes, come on, up. Don't hit the ground, don't hit the roof. There we go. Alright, then I should be able to tell it to fly me back to home position. And then we'll be good to go. So it is nice that I could, as long as I don't delete the path, I could still keep doing that for a bit and do some manual mining. But I have a feeling this is going to be a good amount of stone for a while. And actually, I'm going to tell it, I'm going to connect to the base and tell the refinery to shut off. So that we don't... Oh no. Oh, bad.
Health critical.
Well, I hit the wrong button. So let me just go and live for just a moment and get the red off the screen. Yeah, starting a new mining job might not be the worst thing, but we might be able to survive with the iron that we have long enough to get a truck going, and then we could just go do regular old mining. And actually, a quarry miner would be better for this kind of thing, but... Okay, did I get enough steel plates to make... I need to make 132 more. Or, no, 32 more. Yeah. So let's turn on the refinery. The basic refinery, just long enough. Okay, I guess a little bit longer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that... That should be good enough. Boom, there we go. All right. Now that should kick on. And we could probably stop that for now. All right, so our big refinery here is hopefully going to get me a whole bunch of iron. Hopefully enough to build a big old truck. Why did I park, speaking of big old truck, why did I park the truck way out here? All right, so we have to think about where we're going. We need a building platform. So even if we don't make a docking spot for it, we still need a building spot. And I feel like as long as we're making a building spot, we might as well make a docking spot. So excuse me, pardon me. Actually, let me put my stuff back in here. I'm not sure if I'm getting enough value out of this daily needs thing for it to be worthwhile to have it on all the time, but since it is fairly trivial to keep everything moving at this point. I don't know how bad it would be if I tried to take it out right now, but if it would ruin my save or not, but we'll leave it alone. So what we could do is we could extend out the side here, because we have piping all the way to the end here. Come off from the inset under the miner. That could work too. Yeah, we could do that. We could actually then we could come off like right here and build out, and then you could just continue walking up here and we could just run this piping underground. That would actually probably be really good, because then it would use the same sorter as well to pull material out of the miner. I like that idea. So we could pipe through here. So I think what we'll do is go grab a bunch of steel plates. And oh man, there's still a ton of iron that's not even in the... Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. There is still a ton of iron that wasn't accounted for before. Cool. Okay. All right. We need more steel. Let's make maybe that, and then we're going to need a bunch of those as well, because I'm going to make a bit of a less steep ramp for it to drive up, so it'll be similar to the... I really do need... Hang on. I really do need, like, some stairs right here. There we go. So I can get up. Anyway. Yeah, a less steep ramp like these stairs. The half slope. So, yep, there goes our sun for the day. Alright, so we will go... Yeah, the trick is going to be how far out do we want to go? I know I'm going to end up like replacing most of this with the piping running through here, but if we put the connector toward the back and we back into it, or would it be better to drive up forward? It'd probably be better to drive up forward, straight forward onto it, and then back out. That's probably going to be easier. So we could do the connector... I don't know where the connector would be. We'll have to see how big the cab is. But we could put the connector right at the front of the trailer. We could also, because we have the small advanced rotor now, right? Don't we? Yeah, we have the. No, isn't this a small advanced rotor? Yeah. So like we could actually pipe the hinge up now. That's not something Splitsy could do. So we could actually have the cab be what it would probably be easier to control the cab onto a connector. So we could put the connector on the bottom of the cab and pipe through the trailer hitch. Because we definitely have we have this. This is a 1x1 advanced rotor, which you can't really see, but yeah, there it is. This is new, if I recall. All right, let's double check here. Yeah. So we could pipe through the conveyor into the trailer and let the trailer be the yeah, I like that idea. We'll pipe through the hinge, because then the trailer just needs to maneuver on top of whatnot. You know, of all the things, the whatnot. So like if the connector was even like right here or right here, then we could drive up on there. Then we just need to know how long does the trailer need to be, because this is going to be, yeah, the longer we go out, the more of a ramp we need. Like that's, if we went out that far, that's a big ramp. So we may have to go sideways with it. Which is going to be a little bit more interesting. But if we went, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That's, yeah, I think we're going to want 7. So if we did it like this, and then how far out would we need to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So the middle would be like here. And we're not too close to the solar panel yet. Is it going to be too hard to back out of here? That's my question now. I don't know if it needs to be this long. The trailer, if we're imagining that like the connector is here, and that's roughly the center of the cab, then I feel like the trailer could easily go back that far. Where did I put the... Didn't I have containers on my thing? Yes, I did. Here we go. So these are... I can't tell. 7. So there's... Oh, here we go. That works. So they're about 2 blocks. Just about. Yeah, because each of these is 5. And if it's 7... and that's 0.5, so it's... Yeah, so it's actually, it's like 1 small block shorter than 2 large grid. So we're talking like 1, 2, and then a little bit more for the rest of the thing. So this is probably how long it needs to be. So if our cab is like there, and the trailer starts here, roughly, that's going to be 1, 2, then a little bit more. So yeah, that's probably it. So that's where we're going to need to ramp down from, and that's awfully close to the solar tower. So, new plan. Well, not entirely new plan, but altered plan. We're just going to extend it more out this way. 1, 2, 3. 4. Yeah, that won't run into that. So that will allow us to build... Yeah, that'll allow me to take like 4 off the back and we'll be good to go. I think I went too far with that one. Okay, so if we did that and then let's grab some ramp and we'll do, let me throw that there. Wait. Yeah, interior plate. Didn't I grab interior plate? No. I queued it up and didn't grab it apparently. I was gonna say, this doesn't really block the entrance to the base either, which is nice. So I have to do that. And then, so only 2 of them there to get a nice ramp. Then worst case scenario is, oh, you know what, here, I'm just gonna do this. Oh yeah, it's not bad. There we go. So that's like, that's our ramp up. Still pretty close to the solar panel, but not terrible. We'll be able to drive up in between, turn, go, and when we back out, we'll be able to kind of use this space to back out. Yeah, it won't be the worst. And we could, okay, let's lay out more of this and then we'll start. Like we could also start to connect here as well. So we could so I'll be able to, well, now I'm stuck, but there we go. So I'll be able to walk up from here. Probably get rid of this extra. I never really finished this, did I? That's okay. Yeah, this probably should have had. We could have put stuff on top of this piston too. No, we couldn't because it needs to smush in all the way. But either way, so we got that going on. Yeah. I like where this is going. We'll probably put some guardrails on here so I don't fall off. Then at some point we'll weld this all up. Because I really, really, really don't like looking at all this scaffolding so much, but we're going to really need a lot of iron to weld this all up. This is the kind of thing where it's like I really start missing the build and repair when you get to these kind of jobs. Then I think for aesthetics, I'm going to do this. Does this thing have a center? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. Boop. There we go. The good news is I don't have to actually connect this. Ooh, can I not? Oh, that's going to be rough. I was just about to say I don't really need to connect this because I have that, and now these are all connected to the same grid. Except that now I can't get a... because I need to be able to point at the tip of that. So I guess I need to... see if I could do this. Make a hydraulic steering truck. Wait a second. Instead of a rotor, you're going to have to give me more information about that. I'm not sure what you're describing, but it sounds very cool. And so I'd be interested in exploring the idea. And also I need to get rid of this tree because it's kind of in the way. Oh wait, is this a bush? Oh no. This is a bush, so that's there forever. Okay. I need to get a ramp on the underside of, or a block. I guess any block will do. Or that will do. There we go. Let's see, am I going to need one? Does this say... Yeah, there's like a little lip right there. That might be a problem. Was that the solar panel making that noise? Sounded like it. Okay. Didn't I put a thing right there? Why is this... yes, there we go. Which way are we facing? This way. Okay. Okay, there we go. Every time I do this, the solar panel jumps, which is kind of funny. Alright, let's slip one of these under here as well. Yep. And then I think we might go take a... Oh, we can't take a nap yet. It's not bedtime. Okay, so that will be our platform. And our connector is probably going to be somewhere around here or here. So that'll be okay. And yeah, then we'll just drive off the back. And if we need to extend this out, we could go a little bit more forward this way if we need to. Like it could, I mean, I guess probably not. We'll just have to make our truck within the I mean, honestly, let's be real here. If we make a truck longer than that in total length, I'm going to have a really hard time driving it. So I think this will be fine. We may even end up getting to shorten the platform a little bit. So let me put a block under here to just further connect the base together there. And let me also put one right here, because I know I'm going to end up falling down in this spot, and I'm going to want to just walk back up. So I think we'll end up putting... that's kind of nice, too, because I can walk down there, walk under here. I think we'll end up putting railing around this so that I don't accidentally drive the truck off the side. But other than that, probably won't have to do much. Yeah, okay. Let's work on the piping. So to do the piping, we're going to want to probably take that out, take that out. All right, so the center is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be the center line. Oh, wait a minute here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks better. Yes. Okay, so here's the center line. Let's say the connector is right here. This will be the ground-based. We'll drive over it, connect onto it. That'll be that. So we're going to have to... Yeah. So... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, minor problem. There we go. All right, so we're going to have to brace that up there because we're going to come out the bottom and connect into... Let's see if we can lay this out here a little bit. We'll do a... There we go. Conveyor straight there. conveyor corner. And then one of these things. And so we'll drive over it. We could drop the height of the wheels if we need to connect onto it. And then from here, we'll go. Let's see. Actually, I may want to reinforce this a little bit, so we'll do a corner here. Where's the thing? There we go. So we'll do a corner there, and then we'll pipe up into there. So let's there we go. I do like that I can still glide around with the thing when I need it. Okay, so that needs to become a T-junction. So we'll put that there. I don't want to fall in there because I don't know that I'll be able to get back out. Just making sure this isn't going to be a problem. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's how that works. So we should have... Okay. And then that should be there. Okay. That should do it. Now we should have a... This should still work. Well, there's a thing in the way, but... sorter in the way, so it's not really going to help. But... let's see, is there a good way I could test this? Do we have any iron left? No. No, we don't. We do have a lot of iron, so there's that. I'm sure it's fine. So then I should be able to jump down here and see that that is there, which is good. There we go. Hang on. Let's get you out of there. There we go. Okay, let's go get all that going. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will throw some stone in there after I weld some stuff up. Then we'll double check. Definitely at least one of the sides is connected because we have a green light, but that doesn't... Actually, now that I think about it, it might always be a green light. Let me go take a nap real quick so we can get our solar panel running again. And, oh, do I have any food up in here? I don't know that I do. Oh, I do. Okay. I can grab a little bit. Can grab a little bit of water out of... Actually, do I have any spare water sitting around? We can make some. Really, all I need is the tofu. I like this song that's playing now because it reminds me of like a motivational video. Okay, I'll put that there. Good enough. All right, I'll go grab some water from the truck in a minute after I take a little nap. It rained through the night. There we go. All the weather still says rain. I've never seen that bug out like that before. That's usually not a with the thing changing the sleep mod. All right, give me that water. Come on. Maybe I should make the cockpit of the truck be a... That's actually a pretty good idea. Let's have the cockpit of the truck be a nom. No, OM. There we go. Nom station. Nom. Drink up that water, please. Was it nom or was it noms? Maybe it was noms. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Come on, drink more. We got a little bit more. There we go. All right. Remind me to come back later and refill all that. There we go. So now I will always eat and drink to the max whenever I'm sitting in that cockpit. Pistons are mostly cosmetic. It's actually two hinges that make a universal joint, I think. Oh, how would that work? Okay. Well, I do think the universal joint is kind of what we're going to end up going for. So... Did I bring parts for you? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I was going to throw some... I was going to mine some stone and throw it in there, wasn't I? And we'll double check in a minute. Oh, man. I can't get through there anymore. There we go. We might be able to just get started on the truck before... did I really just do a light armor block? Sorry, I need the steel for other things. Okay, we'll come back for you. Okay. There we go. So that'll be our connector. I really like the inset connector. So many times I've built like thing that goes here and then whip underground and come back up a connector, you know, that kind of deal. I love this so much. This is... I'm actually kind of surprised I never had a mod that added this, to be honest. I also like Keen's new aesthetic. I mean, new-ish now. It's been probably since Sparks of the Future, but like their new aesthetic of sharp corners and everything ends up being flat instead of, you know, like the bevels between everything. Which I know this is a modded block, but it's based on their other blocks. We still have one more thing to build here, don't we? There we go. All right, that should be green lights all the way around. And also, speaking of all the way around, I am tired of going all the way around. There we go. Okay, so now how are we going to build? How are we going to build this truck? We're going to need, I'm thinking we'll just plop down a hinge here and just build off of a hinge, and then we'll just drop it down. I think that'll be okay. I got an itch on my back, so give me a second. It's a good thing you guys can't see me, because this is going to be very awkward looking while I itch my own back. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, you know how you scratch an itch and then it starts moving around? Okay, let's make a hinge. And I'm going to try to line up... Oh, I already have a hinge. I'm going to try to line up the connector of the truck over this, just so that we have a good sense of how long it needs to be and you know, where it's going to end up. So we will... No, there we go. Make me a medium. And we're not going to weld up the middle part. I don't think we need to. At least we could pull from over here now. Probably be a good idea. Oh, this thing's only got it on the side and the back, doesn't it? The bottom. Okay, never mind. I was going to say we could potentially put like a cargo off the side here. I mean, we could make this a cross one. Like, we could put cargo all in the floor here, so that when it drops stuff off, it'll at least have a decent place to store it, you know, while it gets pushed over into the... Although, actually, it just occurred to me that because of the sorter over there in this chain, that won't work at all. So we can't actually even pull through this unless... if I turn off the sorter... Is it going to block everything or block nothing? Looks like it blocks everything then, so. Okay. Well, that's going to be a bit of a walk then. We did want to test the mining real quick. What's going on with my... That was weird. Okay, sorry. OBS was doing a weird thing all of a sudden. If you all are liking the stream in real life, consider throwing a like on the video to help with engagement and the algorithm. Okay, that'll be enough there. And if you want to get notified when I go live, consider subscribing. Alright, so if I put the stone in here, it should get immediately sucked out. Right. Okay, well, it's working. Oh, why are you still on? Actually, we should probably turn off all of the thrusters and those, and we should probably set the batteries to charge only so that we don't use them as base power. I'll just go ahead and fall off of there. Well, let me go see if I can get those parts. So I may want to at some point split off a second tube over to this area so that I can have like have some cargo down in there. I can't help but feel like I just welded up the wrong part. I can't help but feel like, even though I keep saying all this above ground stuff is temporary, that the more I build out here, the more I'm gonna just wanna, like, why would I drive the truck into the underground to unload it when I could just drive it up here and unload it? Like, I would just park it underground, but I would do the unloading up here. Especially if I thought I was going to be going back out anytime soon. So So we'll probably still make the underground, but I have a feeling that this is going to become a rather overground base. Which means when we do add the bad guys back in, we're going to really want to defend this. Although, you know, honestly, I'm kind of enjoying the peacefulness of it. So we'll probably, I mean, I'm still hoping to find some of the new built-in encounters. So maybe I'll leave the bad guys out for a bit, and we'll just focus on engineering stuff. Where is your... There we go. Turn off your antenna, and your ore detector will get some of those extra signals off the screen. Could probably turn off the antenna to the base, but... Alright, let's pull you forward a bit. Alright, and then we will also hinge lock you for now. Not that I think it will really matter, but... Alright, so we're going to build... I have steel plate. Yeah, I'm thinking we will go rotor first, then side-to-side hinge, and then vertical hinge. Is what I was thinking. Let me know if you all think a different order is better for the hinges, or for the hitch. What didn't I have more stuff? Alright, I'm also probably going to need a little interior plate, a couple construction components. Maybe I should just build a container out there. I already had a bunch of construction components. That's okay. I'm sure we'll need them. Alright, so that's what we'll get to starting to the building with. Alright, so we will do this, and we'll you say you usually vertical stack with a rotor at the bottom. You mean like the rotor points upwards so that like the axis of rotation is vertical, and then do... Yeah, that would... Okay, so that would give us more rotation. And then we could do a... what would we do then? Would we do 2 hinges? Let's see, because if we did 1 hinge, we'd only get 90 degrees. Up vertical. Here, hold on. Let's do a little... Let's do a little, experimenting for a moment here. So here's what I was thinking. We would go... I was thinking rotor, and then hinge, like that. And then you would get your... No, not like that. Sorry, the other direction. Rotor, side-to-side hinge, and then vertical hinge. So side-to-side hinge, vertical hinge. That's what I was thinking. And then you'd get... We would get 90 degrees or 180 degrees of turn. Infinite side-to-side rotation, and then a little bit of up and down for the, terrain. But you're saying don't do that. Do vertical, oops, vertical rotor. Come on. Vertical rotor, and then then hinge left, right in the middle. So what would you do from here? So we've got our... No, stop it. You know what? There we go. So on top of this hinge, because this gives us more than 180 degrees, which we might potentially need someday. So if we did... so we do rotor... We do hinge... What do you mean you're unable to place the hinge? There we go. So if we do that hinge, right, and then it's gonna tip forward, presumably at some point. Tip forward. I don't know if I could make it tip forward without welding it up. So imagine that's like forward. So that would allow us to, that would give us the ability for the trailer to bend this way, but if we went over a hill this way, it wouldn't work unless we had a second hinge on it, which would be more like that then, right? So then we can go up and down, we can go this way. We don't have a rotational hinge, and I don't know if we need one. Like, do we need one? Would we need like another rotor on the end of this for, you know, side to side rotation, or you think this is just good enough? Turn the second hinge 90 degrees. Why would I see how if I turn the second hinge 90 degrees, that just gives me the same rotational axis as the rotor on the bottom, though. I think we need... So if we don't want it to rotate... I don't know. I'm kind of thinking... you run your hinges 90 degrees offset from each other. What does that mean? I mean, this one would be pointing straight forward. Oh, unless you're saying it like goes like down. I can't do with hinges. I can't do the roll. Like if I rotate this end hinge here, that's the same axis that this rotor underneath is providing. If I rotate this 90 degrees, I would have to do another rotor on the end here to get the roll. Yeah, no, I know I don't need unlimited roll, but how would I get roll with the hinges? Like if I turn, hang on. If I turn this 90 degrees. Hang on. Why can't I place the hinge here? Am I in the way? There we go. If I do that... Oh, that's the same. Hang on. Oh, why do you keep snapping like that? Stop it. There we go. If I do that, that doesn't give me roll. That just gives me more of the same turning axis this way. You know, the side to side. There's no roll here. This is, I'm turning side to side and then up. And then like this is the same axis as this. This rotation here. We're rotating along side to side. So that there's no roll here. I mean, I'm assuming we're talking like when the trailer is like flat. Yeah, this is pitch. This is turn. I'm assuming rolling is like this direction, right? If I'm here, like the axis that I'm looking down, right? So that they could be. Okay, so if you're Chad, you're saying both hinges at 0 degrees, right? So like, imagine this is pointing straight up. Then I agree. That was my original design when I had it sticking out this way, is that it would be, this would provide the roll and then you would get the up, down. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do that. Okay. Okay. I fell through the whole floor. Okay, so hold on. I want to know. So I will weld it up and see. So we're saying, so imagine this is the frame of the truck, right? And the trailer is going to be over here. So we're saying put a vertical rotor, yes? Put a vertical rotor. I'm putting 0 in the front. Where's 0? There we go. 0 in the front. I'm going to weld these up. Then you're saying just keep these vertical all the way up. Hang on. Oh, jeez. Like, I see what you're saying. Hang on. I'm giving myself a little platform here. Oh my god. Yeah. I see what you're saying if they are vertical all the way. So let's vertical. Let's weld up. You. Yeah, that's enough. I don't think I needed to actually weld the rotor, but that was the hinge part again. I welded the wrong thing. Okay, so I think, why am I holding a bunch of materials? And I want to be clear, because I'm sure this works in real life, but okay, so let's say can I hit this with there we go. This is the first hinge. So we're going to say the lower limit, just to move it, is 90, or 0, sorry. And then the upper limit is also 0. And then let's Can we not? No, we can't. I can't move them, huh? All right, that would have to be which two hinges would these be? They have to both be on subgrids, so that would have to be this one, right? So let's move you to 0, move you to 0, then this one, 0, 0, and I'm guessing this one is the one that I actually did. Yeah. So do that, 0, you're probably moving on me. No. Okay. So let me just, we are currently at, okay, 0, 0, okay. So, and let's move this hinge, or this rotor, also to 0. Okay. So, okay, so I think the Yep, this will work. You guys are right. I was wrong. You were right. This will work. We got there. We got there. I just needed to see it stood up in order to understand what was going on. Okay. Yep. It's literally the same thing as when I was sticking it out this way. All 3 axes are covered, but we go this way. Yeah. Now, is this... So, doing this in Space Engineers... I understand this will work in real life, but doing this in Space Engineers, we're not going to run into weird clang with the angles, right? I can't imagine we would, any more than any other thing. Okay. Yes, I like this a lot. This is perfect. Okay.
Inventory full.
I can store inventory in here. Okay. All right. You all convinced me. That was worth the long walk to get there. I'm gonna move this up. Okay, we'll do it like that. That's close enough. What am I looking for? Connector. Do I want... Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. We'll be good with that. So now I'm wondering, I think I probably want this connector, because then we could build the wheels. We could build the wheels out a little bit from there, but we need the... Let's see, do we want to do 5x5s? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's make a whole bar of wheels here. So we got the 3x3s, we got the 5x5s, we've got the newer... Oh, there's 4x4s now, aren't there? Oh no, there's 2x2s. That's right, there's no 4x4s. Yes. So we've got the smaller things now, right? The short suspensions. We probably... Like, if we're not... Oh, there goes the bit rate, yay. If we're not... Yeah, we don't need to do the short ones because we're not trying to make this compact. So, how big is a Now, if we're doing 5x5, I'm already... I haven't lifted this thing up high enough. We're not building up high enough. We would need the bottom of the suspension to be... Actually, can that even lower enough? Oh. That's interesting. If we do the 5x5s, will it be able to even lower enough to get that connector onto the ground? Oh yeah, that's a good point. I should be able to... Can I see the torque on here? Does it say max torque 4.8 kilonewtons? Kilonewton meters? Is that what that unit is? And this one is 1.92. So it's more than double. But what is the power usage for it? 300 kilowatts, 200 kilowatts. I don't know, this seems more efficient. Although I could do more of these. I could fit more of these on. Let's see, if we had these on, it would definitely allow me to drop it down enough. I mean, we could even do a combination of them. It doesn't have to be all one, as long as they're all... As long as I get the height right. Yeah, I think this is... Maybe we'll want the bigger ones on the trailer. And just do the smaller ones on the cab. We're definitely going to get that unknown signal, since it's basically coming down in the base. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, I think. We're just going to kind of map this out a little bit. Oh, with the large grid version? Yeah, I could see that. There's always goofy things going on with large grid. Oh, I don't have steel plate. Did I? Didn't I stuff a bunch of stuff in this connector? Oh, it's all in the dock, because it can't get pulled out further. That's weird. Alright. Alright, what do we think the wheelbase needs to be of this? If we're going to have the trailer hitch... Let's see. We're going to need... I know this is going to need to be... I'm going to have to take this out and make it, like... So I think we're going to end up with... the front of the cab being right about here, maybe? Oh, you know what we could do? Just so that we can pipe... Do I need to pipe anything into the cab? I mean, we could probably pipe an oxygen vent into it, but that's pretty much all we need. If we need anything. I don't even think we need that, because I won't be sitting in it for so long that I suffocate. And I could just pop the vent right directly onto the... Yeah, so I guess the cab doesn't actually need to be attached to anything. What does this thing look like, though? That's going to kind of... So, so if I just set it directly on top of our connector, I mean, there we go. We're piped in whether we need it or not, then. There we go. We're piped in. So then we could maybe shape up the front of this a little bit. We'll shape along the edges here. Make it look cool and awesome and cool. And I'm thinking we go out one more row for the front. We want those wheels kind of as far forward as possible. So maybe we'll go like... Yeah, I say we go right off the front like that. And then the wheels behind it will be a little bit further out. But I think our... Let's see, I'll probably need at least one layer of space there. So maybe we'll go there. Put our rotor there. That should give it plenty of side to side, I would think. O2 for non-O2 atmosphere. Oh, you know, that's actually not a bad idea. We could always stick an O2 generator or an oxygen tank on the back of this, or leave space for it at least, because there are the two connectors there, the little two things. We could put either one of those on the back, or I've got these small little modded oxygen tanks in here. I could slap them on there. Maybe we'll try and make this, if we make it really good, I'll try and make this all in vanilla without any modded blocks. Then I could probably throw it up on the workshop, maybe, if it's good. If it's not good, I don't know, it probably won't work out. Wheels. I need so let's do the 3x3 left over there. Actually, let me make this less confusing for myself. I'm going to put the 5x5s in here. Where's the other 5x5? There we go. Because I might use those on the back. We'll see. All right, so this is a right. This is a left, which should go on this side. Keep the primary batteries on the truck down and yeah, right. That makes sense. We could do. Now, where would we put the if the connector is there? Where am I putting batteries on this thing? I was gonna, for the trailer, I was gonna have batteries all down the center. Well, you know what we could do is we could where are the things on here? They're up there. Okay. So we could go I don't have batteries on here, do I? Let's put a battery there. So we could go batteries like this, or even like this, and pipe around the battery. Let's see. I don't want to damage the. Yeah, I wouldn't really damage the battery. Yeah, actually, we could go. Maybe not what I wanted to do. So I could put two batteries like this in the back, like that, and then we could run our like little line out, and then put the hitch kind of back here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. I'm thinking, oh, it's got wheels. That's it, and we push it. When it's connected to the trailer, it'll have tons of power. But when it's not connected to the trailer, it still kind of needs to drive. I mean, if we wanted to, we could always just put it back here. Right, that's not a terrible spot for it, I don't think. If I didn't have the hitch coming out from there, then we could put it here. You're thinking better to put it off to the side like this, and then we can have the hinge come back through them, and we could do two on each side. We probably don't need more than one, theoretically, because if it's pulling the trailer, it'll have the trailer's batteries as well, and if it's by itself, it doesn't have much weight to pull. I mean, we could also put it. We could put them one on each side, put them like this, you know, like on the, then they'd be kind of part of the design of the cab, although they do stick out pretty far. It doesn't really matter if they stick out really far. I think behind the cab is probably going to make the most sense. Otherwise, it's kind of like, it is low to the ground this way, if I put them on the sides like this. Yeah, I think like this. We're gonna, whoops, we'll put it like this. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and weld that up. so I can start charging. Now that the sun's gone down. Why did I build by a mountain? That was just dumb. If I was going to go underground, I should have built in an open field. Building by the mountain is, like, even if something were to attack me from there, I wouldn't be able to shoot back until they were, like, right above me. It was actually a pretty terrible spot. Okay. All right, that'll look good. We don't even need to armor up the back of it necessarily. We will armor around, we'll kind of fill this out a little bit. But then underneath here, I think this is the part that I really just want to kind of get to, is we'll go reinforced, yeah. We'll go like this. Let's do it. It doesn't really matter. Go like that. Let's see. If we put our hinge stack here, if it bends all the way and hits that battery, I feel like we've gone off the rails a bit. Because it would have to be, let's see, the hinge is going to be up there. So it would have to really... Oh, actually, if it's 1, 2... Yeah, no, that should be fine. Because I don't even think then that it could... Even if we went 90 degrees, it wouldn't be able to... Yeah, it wouldn't be able to hit the battery. So we should be okay. What I'd really need to do, Chad, is put a solar panel like way up at the top of the mountain, because this, even going up higher, like it's 4:30 p.m. here and the shadow is already way out there, so we don't get a lot of... The solar power is not super great here. We'd have to go very, very, very high up. All right, so then we need a reinforced curved. All right, let me give myself a little ramp here. And then we'll make our hinge. Which way is this hinge going right now? I can't read that. 90, 0. There we go. So hopefully that's at 0. So that's where our hinge will connect. Then we'll have our... We could do the... let's see. Even if we did the vertical hinge, I'm kind of thinking maybe we want to do the side-to-side hinge first. And then we do the roll first and then do the pitch on top. Yeah, it should be okay. The only concern is the truck folding under the trailer. The truck folding under the trailer. Yeah, that's a good point. We could raise this up more, couldn't we? Okay. Good. Let's do that. Oh, I forgot to go get that unknown signal. Oh, well. So it's good to know that the, when there's an explosion, that it's not because you're under attack, it's because you just forgot to go get an unknown signal. If you pitch in the middle, it'll want to buckle when braking. Ah, that's a good point. Okay. So we'll do roll, and then pitch. So if we do here, yeah, I think this will be fine because we're going to be pretty tall. We may have to adjust the height of this, but if I put the rotor here, in fact, I'm not even going to bother with how high the rotor is for now. We'll put it there for now, and then we'll build the trailer and see, you know, based on like the wheel size and how tall the stuff is, then we'll just kind of we'll just adjust this height as we go. I do need to get some water though. Where did I leave the truck at? There we go. And actually, it's getting kind of late. I think I'm gonna drink some water, and I'm gonna grab all my stuff here. And I think we're gonna call it a day for today. So there won't be another stream tomorrow. This was kind of my Thursday stream for the day. We will do. I'm gonna go take a nap real quick while I'm talking. We will do EDF on Friday. I am thinking we're just gonna keep on doing Space Engineers. So I was originally thinking we would take a break from Space Engineers, but now I'm thinking I might back out of that statement. We'll just see how it goes, because I'm trying to coordinate something else, and if we can get it coordinated, then it'll be good. But if not, I mean, something else is gonna happen. But I know it's cryptic. Am I really out of water packets? I'm gonna have to make some more water. I'm not leaving yet. Give me a second here. I gotta get the water. Gotta get that, and I need some. Oh, there's the ice. Give me like. Oh God, what do I don't remember what the conversion rate is. Give me like 500. I think that's gonna make a ton of water packets. So first off, recycle that. Give me that back. Throw you into there. Make me some. Perfect. All right, filtered that out. Give me like 10 of those. And then the gravel, we'll put down there. And the water, the water we need, do we need water down in here? Yeah, I think we do, because if I take that out, that stops. Okay, yeah, so let's put like 10 in there, and you're good there. I'm just going to keep the rest. Actually, might as well just take the whole thing. And the tofu, okay, we'll dump that out in the truck later. Okay, so City Skyline is going to be on hold for a bit. We'll come back to it eventually. We'll try for more Space Engineers Sunday of this week, and then it'll be back to, it should be back to Thursdays for a little bit, and then we will probably take a pause closer to Christmas, but we'll have at least one or two more probably this year. We'll see. Please consider subscribing if you want to get notified when I go live. Why am I standing on the bathroom? I don't know. I was going to take a nap, but it's not actually nap time yet. And throw a like on the video if you liked it. Please consider throwing a like on there. And I think that will do it. Once you have things built, set limits for at least the hinges. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Just so that it can't get ridiculous. If I manage to put the truck at like a 90-degree angle to the trailer vertically, I'm in rough shape. Although it would be pretty cool to be able to like climb a mountainside somehow. Like just go up, pull it up the mountain. We could probably do that actually. It is actually, there is a, if you sit on the toilet, I'm pretty sure Yeah, it causes you to immediately create waste. So, that's nice. I'm killing time now because I want to go take a nap in the thing. But I will probably just do that off screen. Did this not? There we go. Take that, and you can have all that. And actually, let's move you up into there, because we're going to need you to make more tofu later. Oh, I don't need you to make more tofu now, though. We could just stop that. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, whips wheel control script. You're giving me ideas. I mean, I was just gonna have it pull. Ooh. Well, we may try it. We may try it. Or we may just, like, throw some thrusters on the cab to give some extra thrust. I don't know. Some of those fan thingies. All right. Hey, look at that. I waited long enough. So long, everybody. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving in America, happy Thanksgiving. If not, happy Thursday tomorrow or today. Well, I guess it's not. If you're not in America, it's probably not. Actually, probably is, isn't it? Because we're behind. Anyway, have a great day tomorrow, whatever you're doing. And thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will talk to you next time. Take care.